let's take a look at our top selections. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, kicking off a $400,000 guaranteed pool in a 50-cent pick four at Keeneland on Saturday with race number 7. Let's throw up the field for the grade 2. It's the TCA, the Thoroughbred Club of America, 3/4 of a mile for fillies and mares. The one sneaking out for Jerry Hollendorfer has won 3 of her last 4 races. She is in good form. She has tactical speed. This inside post might be a little tricky.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, we'll see what happens. She is a very tactical horse, so I'm assuming she'll be able to work out a trip from down there, Dan. She's in very good form right now.
There is some speed in here, most notably the 5 Palace Avenger, but I think the 7 Ladies Island is actually the speed of the speed, faster than the 5 and 6. And I think Timeform US is going to agree as we throw up the pace projector, because I don't think you can slow Ladies Island down. There's just one way to go.
Yeah, I agree with that. She'll be on the lead in this race, especially from that outside draw, which she had last time too at Saratoga in the honorable miss, drawn out widest in post 7, had the best speed that day, outran that field to the lead, and she just couldn't hold on. But this is a very fast horse, and she's got some big figures in her past.
The only race that Sneaking Out has lost in her last 4 was in the winning colors at Churchill Downs when she was up close to a very fast pace and paid the price. She's won her last 2 in Southern California, including this effort in the grade 3 Rancho Bernardo handicap. Not the strongest field in the world. I like the way she gets away from them the final 16th of a mile.
Yeah, I mean, just dominant in this race, way better than these horses. I don't think this was the strongest field in the world, but she won the way that she was supposed to win it. I also didn't feel like, her win 2 back was the greatest effort in the world, but she got it done, Dan. She's now run back-to-back speed figures that are just going to make her very tough in this race. Outside of Ladies Island, there's really nobody else who has run races that fast.
I can't knock a horse like the 2 Dos Vinos, and I think this filly is actually going to drift a little bit off the 7-2 morning line. Never off the board from 5 starts, and she has a win over course and trip. Let's go back to the Keeneland Summer Meet, July the 9th. This is a pretty good group of non-winners of 2 other than optional claimers. She's on the lead right now. She's going to dig in and win it. Her 2nd consecutive victory. She's beaten Palace Avenger already. She just looks like a kind of quick horse that's very tactical. She's agile.
Yeah, she's shown good tactical speed. You saw her there. It looked like maybe she lost focus for a little bit there when she got clear in front and started to wander a little bit. But once she saw that closer coming for her, she dug back in and held that horse off. I liked that win from her. I liked her win off the layoff as well. It feels like she's got more upside too.
Hate to knock a long shot. The 3 on probation's 20-1 on the morning line. If you find a case, go for it. I think she's more of a turf and synthetic horse than she is on turf, and she's taken a pretty big step up in class.
Yeah, up in class, probably not her best distance either. She's going to be a big price in this race. It kind of feels like they're just taking a shot here to see what happens.
In the midst of Biz is the 6, one of the speeds in this race that could set things up perhaps for a horse like the number 4, Divine Queen. I like Divine Queen turning back in distance here, Mike. They ran her in the Groupie Doll last time out, going a mile, and she just was a little bit flat that day. In the race prior, she was running off of a 6-month layoff. So I have excuses for her. She has run some good sprints in the past. I just wonder where her speed has gone. It hasn't been there in her last 3-4 races.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be a price in this race, and maybe third off the layoff, you'll get one of her good races because she does have some good ones in the past. I will say that race 2 back, the last time they sprinted, that was a wicked pace there, a race that went to closers. And, so being back off the pace there after a little bit of a slow start actually helped her.
Palace Avengers, the number 5. She's won 3 out of her last 4 for trainer Wesley Ward, a 3-year-old that still has some upside potential. Let's watch her score at Saratoga last time out. Wesley's done a nice job getting this horse's confidence up. She was once in for a $75,000 tag. You see her on the lead, and she just keeps finding more and more and more, and eventually she gets away from this field. This is an okay field. Obviously, it's a step up in class, and there's a lot of other speed she'll have to deal with here.
Yeah, true. I mean, we'll see how she deals with it. She's in good form right now. I actually like all 3 of her races since she's come back from the layoff, especially the 1-2 back then, if only because in that race, she showed speed that day, but she didn't make the lead and actually lost a spot early in that race as she tried to get out to the clear. But at least she showed that she doesn't need the lead to be effective.
In the midst of Biz has won 3 of 4. She's fast out of the gate. Not sure she's as fast as Ladies Island, but it doesn't matter whether it's dirt or synthetic. She's going to run her race. She will need a slight buyer boost to contend for win honors.
She will. Take out that turf sprint, though, off the little bit of a layoff at Indiana, 3 starts back, and she's won 3 races in a row. All 3 of those races with solid figures showing big speed.
We were wondering what we were going to get from Ladies Island in the honorable miss after she was beaten at 3-10 in a minor stakes race at Gulfstream preceding. She ran really well. Let's watch the honorable miss. She broke from the outside post, as she's going to do on Saturday. She cleared to the lead. She's racing well off of the rail, and it takes a quality horse come dancing to run her down. But she went a half mile in sub 44, 5 furlongs in 55 and 4. She ran big here.
I mean, she did. She ran well. It was a nice bounce back performance because you're right. She was disappointing 2 starts back. I don't know. We'll see. She did go fast fractions in that race, Dan, but it didn't look like she was going that hard. Nobody was pushing her. She was basically loose. We'll see what happens. She's got races that are plenty fast enough to beat this field, and I think she will be on the lead.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Grade 2 Thoroughbred Club of America. You like those Vinos in here. A lot of upside, Mike.
Yeah, I wanted her upside in this race. I just don't love the horse down on the rail who's going to be the favorite. I understand that the horse on the outside has the speed, Ladies Island. I put her second. I think they have her to catch, but I think those Vinos could take another step forward here.
I've been more impressed with Sneaking Out's last few races than you. I realize she hasn't exactly been beating top flight competition. I just think she catches a good field for her here in the Thoroughbred Club of America, and her figures kind of point her out. 1572 for me, 2715 for Mike. The Grade 2 TCA kicks off a $400,000 guaranteed pick 4 pool with a 50-cent minimum wager. Approximate post time for race 7, 4:18 Eastern. Good luck.